Kang, world number 4, into the interview area. Danielle has 5 LPGA Tour victories, including 1 major and 2 in the shortened 2020 season. Danielle is a 2-time U.S. Women's Amateur champion and is making her 11th Women's Open start. Danielle, when I say that 11 Women's Open starts, what comes to mind?
Is it 11 or 12? Because they said 12.
It's 11 or 12. What comes to mind?
It's a lot of years. A lot of great golf courses that I got to play playing this championship, and I'm really excited to tee it up on Thursday.
Your first Women's Open, we're talking to a lot of first-timers this year. When you think back to Pine Needles, what advice would you give someone playing in their first U.S. Open?
Go practice some lag putting and try and minimize your 3 putts. My first U.S. Open at Pine Needles was an eye-opener for me, and I've only played golf for about 1.5 years at that point, but it was a lot of 3 putts. Hit the green, 3 putt, hit the green, 3 putt. So, and this golf course here at Cypress Creek, it's a big golf course, so a lot of lag putting is going to happen as well. Got to make that 5-6 footers for nice par saves.
We're going to go to the Cisco WebEx for the next question. How does it change your preparation coming into a U.S. Open that's on 2 golf courses?
The preparation changed quite a bit because I did take advantage of the advanced practice rounds. I came here during the Houston Open, during the men's event, and played 3 rounds just to get familiar with the golf course, but I actually didn't play on Monday here, and today I played 9 holes. I think being able to calibrate between the golf courses back and forth will be really, really key because they're both rolling differently, the greens. They break differently, speed's different, and grass is a little different. So I think being able to calibrate as fast as I can between Thursday and Friday would be a little helpful to going into the weekend.
You took a few weeks off. Just talk about your preparation and how you treated the last few weeks.
Yeah, I've taken quite a bit of time off. I actually needed to tune up some stuff back at home with my game and feel like I was ready to play here. I need to have my height and I need to have my ball control. Distance off the tee is going to be huge. And when I played here a few weeks ago, I felt like that was going to be key. And it's not as if I can just kind of brush off the 10, 15-yard yardages. So I wanted to get that dialed in and try to be here as prepared as possible.
Some of the male players have been tweeting, some of the PGA Tour players in support of the Women's Open this week. It's gotten a lot of commentary online. How do you think that shines a different kind of light on the women's game?
I think that women's game is getting a lot of good recognition. We are not just the U.S. Open, but being able to play prestigious golf courses, having the history and people watching it and tuning in. And especially during this pandemic, I know that a lot of people have time at home to watch now, and I know that golf game itself has risen. So I'm very thankful that we are in the trending direction every year since I've been out here since 2012, but I only see positives and can't wait to see what's in store for us in the future.
Have you ever seen a fence on the range out in front of players like that, like you have this week?
Sorry, what?
The fence on the range.
What
Have you
about
ever
it?
seen anything like that?
No, I'm not thrilled about it, to be honest with you. Because I do a lot of wedge work. I do my wedge numbers with head covers every single day, so that's kind of bringing in a lot of obstacles for me. So I've been going off into the tents and trying to hit wedges. I went over there behind the trees over there and try to hit it. I went across the range. I'm trying to find places where I do it because routine's very important for me, and I want to be able to hit wedges. So I know that's because the range is shorter, right? Yeah. But it's I guess I just have to wait for that last spot.
Brian?
What was your reaction when you first saw it?
I thought that was there for temporarily.
Right.
I didn't know that was going to be there the whole week. And then I came on Monday and I said, oh, is that going to go down tomorrow? And my caddy said no. So we actually scouted the entire range on where I can hit wedges without interfering with other players as practice. So because I have to dial in my numbers every single day. It's different. And that's very important to me. So, but I've got about 2-3 spots I have my eye on. We're good.
And then just to follow on what you were saying about, obviously PGA Tour players kind of promoting this week and talking about it. Just curious your thoughts on if you'd like to see mixed event or concurrent events, back in 2014, there was back-to-back opens at the same venue. If you think something like that is overdue, and just your sort of general thoughts on it.
I think the back-to-back event was cool.
Yeah.
But I would think having a mixed event would be really interesting. Tournaments
so?
like Zurich, having partner teaming for us, tournaments like Dow. But having a PGA Tour and LPGA Tour player as a team competing against other players would be really cool and fun engagement for fans. And I don't know, there's a lot of sports betting going on too, so I'm sure it would be really interesting and fun for a lot of people. It's not just for us, but having the growth of the golf game in general, reaching out to different types of fans and growing the game would be really, really interesting.
Are you surprised it hasn't happened yet?
Didn't they used to have an event with the men's and the LPGA back in the day? I wasn't playing.
Right.
I heard a lot of positive things about it. I haven't heard a negative thing about it, so
Yeah.
maybe they should bring it back.
We haven't seen you in a while. How have you been gearing up specifically for this major?
I've been trying to, hold on, I'm trying to think. To gear up, I just actually took some time off. I felt that my game was getting a little bit titter-tatter. That's how I explain it. But when I played this golf course, I knew that I needed my distance. I needed the height, my speed. I need that, and that's very important to me. And I didn't quite have that in Georgia when I played at Reynolds Lake, and I hit my driver like 225, about 225, and I was hitting things lower, and that's something that I wanted to change when I came out here, or at least have in my bag, because Cypress Creek is a big golf course, and there's a lot of cover numbers at 230. There's going to be a lot of 4-irons and 5 woods, and if I just could kind of capitalize on that 10, 15 yards, I think it'll benefit me just a little bit. So I wanted to tune that in during the few off weeks.
So how did you do that? Is that mechanics or is that gym work? What is that?
All of it, actually. It's rest, physical work, body work, physio. My physio hasn't been able to travel this entire year because of COVID, so it's a bit different for me to have no body work done, and it's every day I try to do foam rolling and do the workouts, and it's shorter days as well, so it's harder for me to cram in all the workouts and the practices, so I tried to utilize the few weeks I had at home. And I guess it's more technique as well. Technique has to be pretty tightened up, but your body has to be able to do it. So I just working on the wedges was really important to me. So I think I've just been trying to dial in around the games as well, because beside this golf course, I know that CME Tour Championship, I know that golf course really well, and I really wanted to be prepared for that one. So.
What's it like having Mav with you here this week?
It's good. He just had a really good finish, and then he's carrying around the snacks. But it's really cool to have him around, jokes aside, because he looks at all the greens for me as well and see where there will be more grainy off the greens and try and hit this chip shot. And I have him try and look at my blinds, and it's just having another eye out there. It's just helpful. So,
What's the best piece of advice or observation he's given you so far?
best piece of advice here?
Yes, or observation or whatever.
Just relax. It's a U.S. Open. Everyone's stressed out.
All right. Thanks, Danielle. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.